Forget the fancy apps and the quiet promises. This global tech giant, Revolut, is dropping the financial equivalent of a nuclear bomb right here in America. They are currently valued at a staggering $75 billion, making them a titan. And now they are spending $13 billion to take over global banking. This is not a joke. I'm going to tell you the specific deadline they have set for getting a full banking license in the US, but you have to stick around until the very end. This date determines when they will stop being a curiosity and start being a true predator on Wall Street. This company is not small. They started out in a Starbucks, just two founders with a crazy idea. Now, they operate from a massive, glittering headquarters in London. They already serve over 65 million customers worldwide. That's more users than some of the oldest banks you know. Their goal is to hit 100 million customers globally by mid-2027. That's a ridiculously aggressive target, and they are using that $13 billion war chest to make it happen. To run this global invasion, they are hiring 10,000 new people across the planet. This isn't just a marketing gimmick. This is a serious commitment to staffing a bank that operates without borders. Let's look at the cash. In 2024 alone, they reported bringing in about $1.4 billion in pure profit before taxes. Their total revenue for that year was close to $4.2 billion. They have proven they can make money, and now they are spending it like a superpower. The U.S. market is the absolute #1 priority. They are so serious about breaking into America that they have earmarked $500 million just to speed up their U.S. operations. They know they have to lock down this country if they want to be the world's first truly global bank. That's why they're actively checking out two options: either buying an existing American bank or going through the tedious process of applying for their own U.S. license. But they're not just focused on us. They have a 4-point plan for global domination. They are crushing international expansion, constantly rolling out new products, using advanced AI, growing their corporate business, and locking down huge partnerships. Their business-to-business platform, Revolut Business, is already massive. It recently crossed $1 billion in annual revenue. This isn't small consumer transactions. This is serious corporate money being handled by this fintech firm. They are processing over 4 million payments a month for merchants right now. On the product side, they are pushing into next-level finance, including private banking services for the super rich. They want to control your money no matter how much you have or where you live. Look at their global map. They're moving into Latin America next year, planning to launch as a full bank in Mexico and then expanding into Colombia and Argentina. In Asia, they just secured the license and are ready to launch in India. They're also setting up a huge tech hub in the Philippines and hunting for licenses in Australia and New Zealand. Even targeting the Middle East and Africa, they have approval to start offering payment services in the UAE and are making their first big push into Africa, starting with South Africa. Back in Europe, where they started, they're opening new branches in Portugal and Belgium next year. They've committed a huge chunk of money, about $1.2 billion, to building out their Western Europe headquarters in France. Even in their home market, they're fighting to unlock their full power. They already have 12 million customers in the UK, but their current license restricts them from holding customer deposits above roughly $60,000. Getting that restriction lifted is the #1 thing on their CEO's list. Once they get the full license, they are ready to roll out the big profit drivers: credit cards and unsecured loans. This expansion is designed to make them competitive with giants like Chase and HSBC on every continent. This is a massive signal to the entire financial industry that the digital era is here. We are seeing a huge wave of investment hitting this sector, with giants like Blackstone and BlackRock also pouring billions into global finance. But Revolut is the fastest ship in this race. Now for the big reveal, the deadline you've been waiting for. The head of Revolut's U.S. operations has stated that his ambition is to secure that critical American license or buy a local bank by the end of 2026. That is the year this $75 billion global powerhouse aims to officially break out and start lending and competing with your local bank. You need to prepare for this change. If you want to keep up with these massive financial wars, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what happens next, and ring the bell so you get notified when I drop the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.